like, Lizzo, why don't you clap back? Why don't you clap back? Because, bitch, I'm winning, ho.
Lizzo was
And we are live at 5:05/7:05 from Central Time from the Piranha Pond. Good evening, everybody. I am your illustrious host, Kingfish Mac. I'd like to welcome you to the Piranha Pond Streamcast live at 5. I'm joined, as usual, by the piranhas in the goddamn pond.
Hey.
Left me the best of me, my baby bro, Mr. Frankly Non-Flyer. What's up with your baby boy?
Phew. What up, world? I hope you guys are having wonderful evenings. Happy to be back.
Down below, my twin. Y'all know my baby bro, Mr. Nick Nass. What's up with your baby boy?
What's cracking, man? Trying to get it in, baby.
That's right. Good to see you. And you guys know who brightens up the pond, brings the bling bling and all the beauty. My beautiful cousin, Miss Nick Mo.
What's up, people? What's up, hon?
Hey.
Right.
Well, shit. I guess we can get right into it. You guys got a chance to check out the VMAs this weekend. The MTV Video Music Awards. Yes, no, maybe.
No, don't do it.
Nope.
In any event, aside from all the lighthearted festivities, your girl Lizzo won an award, and this is amid controversy that popped off in the last week or so regarding Aries Spears, who is a comedian, kind of low-key body shaming her. I'm trying to find the clip. Oh, here we go. Let's see if I can share it right quick. Check out my boy Aries.
Yo, you know somebody that actually make good music, man? Lizzo.
Lizzo?
Yeah, bro. Have you heard her shit, yo? Like, as a songwriter, yo.
I can't get past the fact that she looks like the shit emoji.
Wow.
Yo.
Very beautiful girl. She got a very
funny.
pretty face, but she keeps showing her body off, nigga. Like, come on, man. Come on, yo.
Now, of course, shit went viral. This was before the VMAs. That podcast got clipped. Our interview got clipped, and everybody was going in on Mr. Aries Spears to the extent that he had to issue not even an apology. He just doubled down. And said his little shit. So the question for us today is, we all know that body shaming is bad, right? It's not a good thing. But is it body shaming, or should we take it as body shaming when it's coming from the voice of a comedian? Same way that we kind of argue that Dave Chappelle can ask serious questions about a particular issue, about the trans community, and us as straight black men understanding the trans community, And my position is, yeah, you can do that lightheartedly, and you making jokes, right? Don't get bent out of shape. My question to you guys is it the same standard for this situation?
No. I mean, to me, when I listened to that, it was a simple case of, can I say it? Yes. Should I have said it? No. It was in poor taste.
Man.
It was in poor taste. I mean, and I'm not. It was in poor taste. It was in poor taste. It didn't have
Really?
to be it. I thought it was in poor taste. Yes, he has every right to say it, and and for someone who definitely doesn't have any non-confidence issues with showing her body, hey, for all intents and purposes, she probably could take it. I feel like I just feel like it was a bad joke. And then he did the ultimate thing. Like I feel like if you're gonna do something, stand on it. He did the most worst thing you could do. He mansplained. Then he came back and said, "But she got a beautiful face." He did the most fucked up
He
shit
said,
ever.
beautiful girl.
Like, don't give me a backhanded fucking compliment, and then when it sounds like it could sound offensive, then you want to be like, "Oh, but you beautiful. You beautiful. Fuck you."
Yeah, man. Fuck all that. My man was just making a joke. And even if he did mean it, it's his opinion, first of all. Second of all, man, she ain't ashamed of it. So why is it called body shaming? She out there flaunting that shit and tooting and blooting and all that shit. So ain't nothing shameful about it. She don't think it's shameful. My man got his opinion. Like, they shouldn't even. And my man fucking Mike Epps, man, that nigga turned into a captain on a nigga. I ain't even know he wore capes. None of that type of shit. It wasn't even his business. You see how he got off on man Aries about that shit?
Yeah.
Dude,
Yes, I did.
leave the nigga alone. That's that nigga opinion, man. What the fuck you captaining for? You fucking a bitch? That's crazy. Bitch ass shit to yourself. That was horrible. As far as her being fat and people not liking it, I can understand that shit. People have their opinion. And I still believe motherfuckers are able to voice it. You cancel that nigga if you want to, but I mean, hey, he ain't the only motherfucker feel that way. So cancel them all, goddammit.
Nick, you still there?
Yep. So
Okay,
what she
we can
have
hear,
to say?
we can hear you. We just can't see you.
Yeah. So what did she have to say about it? Did she come and make a public statement that she felt some kind of way, or did she accept the things like, yeah, I'm big and beautiful, and I still don't care what y'all say. I'm still gonna talk my shit.
What she did is she kind of loosely addressed it in her acceptance speech for that award that she had never heard of either. We share that.
Mm-hmm.
But what she said is to the bitches that be talking shit in the media about me, people telling me why I don't address it. Well, shit, bitch, because I'm winning.
All right.
No sprint.
I'm winning, ho. Get your bag up.
There you go.
Get your bag
So
up, bitch, is what she
You
said.
ain't winning in no exercise competitions. No, bet you that money, motherfucker, better invest in some hearty meals or some motherfucking a trainer or something, because your heart rate ain't gonna last too long while you winning.
You know what I'm saying?
That
So
down. Shit's horrible.
so that just tells me that, you know what I'm saying, in a way that how she still carries herself after all these fucking comments for years. All these, I don't know if she was at featured on Saturday Night, but like she said, she winning. You know what I'm saying? So whoever is in this house not no, but
Really?
I'm saying in the court of public opinion that whoever she said who's speaking for me, you didn't come directly to me. If you want to have an open mic discussion about it face to face across from me and say all the fat shit and let me see how it responds. But, lightheartedly, because if it was actually, getting all the way to her heart, motherfuckers would be canceled. That's all I'm saying.
She need to take a page out of Adele book, nigga. You
Yeah.
can live long enough to spend that money. And that's real
You really
shit.
doing this, Frank?
Yeah, I mean, no, really, real shit. That's just horrible. That's just not cool. Yeah, that's just
She got
crazy.
enough-
And diabetes ain't far behind, nigga. all types of high blood pressure ain't far behind. A lower life rate ain't far behind. Like, we need to get that shit together. That shit ain't cute, nigga. You fucking man. All right, y'all think that shit is fine. I'm not finna let that shit go. You need to be healthier, period, point blank. And for as long as you ain't, niggas gonna talk about you. I mean, yeah.
Well, she had actually kind of was on this little kick to where she was
Yeah, she's accepting her
stuff
bigness.
like that, and you know,
she
and
gonna accept
you
that
know, but I'm not
cardiac
gonna
arrest too.
say, no, I'm not here finna promote her going have no gas surgery or getting a lap band.
She ain't gotta do that.
I think
What
that
she gotta do is
I
lose
think
some
that
weight
she
though.
could. I think if she want to lose, when she probably gets serious about dropping the weight, she'll drop the weight. But
Let's hope that's
no,
She got
we're
the
not
money.
here
Well,
to-
here.
we don't hit
This is
body
that's,
shaming like that, because clearly what the fuck we doing now is fucking body shaming. It went from a conversation about body shaming to
She ain't
body.
ashamed of her body, so why?
I'm
How
not
we body
shaming
shaming?
her at all.
She ain't ashamed of
We
her body,
said-
so how's it body shaming?
I mean, she kind of came across harsh.
She ain't ashamed of it. Goddamn it, I ain't ashamed
Hey.
to talk about it. No.
Look, like how
Did you
she
say me?
said in that
Not
one
me.
song.
I haven't even said anything about it.
No, I said Frank.
Oh,
You know who I'm talking to.
Hey, but that one
Well-
right there, like how she said, big girls need love too. But it's gonna be. Frank said it's coming to a point where, you know, how long she gonna ride this roller coaster without being facing ridicule? It's gonna get to the most because now you say,
facing reality.
you know what I'm saying? Like now you're gonna say like. How many people, if you don't educate people, it's a choice that I'm this big because I'm getting views, likes, money, whatever, right? But some young person that's coming up will say, hey, I tried what she was doing because she was successful and it could fuck up society. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, Lizzo could do it big like that and dance and, you know. If we was body shaming, allegedly would have said that gorilla built back female is on some shit. But we're not going there. You know what I'm saying? So it's a difference.
You just did.
Boom.
So here's what's kind of interesting to me, right? I had a interesting Facebook conversation with my 21-year-old. Wasn't even a conversation. It was just I commented on his post, right? And his post was something to the effect of something big girls, something with Lizzo's cute ass, right? Lizzo's fine ass or something. A chick that we know, younger chick, his age, says to him, "Oh, you into big girls now?" He says, "Shit, I've been into big girls." Now I'm clowning him. I'm giving him all the K-Mac memes, right? Fucking and what the fuck and all that, right? And eventually what I said to him was, yeah, well, son, you know, somebody like everybody, right? And it's just what it is, right? Like there is somebody for that who likes every particular female prototype that you can think of.
Yeah,
someone likes that.
Everybody.
What kind of concerns me, right, is that we kind of champion what I would consider to be bad behavior, right? With the you go queen shit, right? And when I say bad behavior, I'm not talking about her showing her ass at the fucking Lakers game, or dressing provocatively, or just embracing her sexuality that kind of ignores her body imaging, right? But what's more important to me is that we kind of miss the whole health conscious shit. Here, this is a trip because Aries Spears actually addressed that in this interview. But check him out right quick.
Here he come. Who that motherfucker think he is? Be body shaming that motherfucker.
Hey, yo. It's another thing, yo.
You know what kills me? Hold on. You know what kills me about women is the hypocrisy and the contradiction. Yes, queen, slay queen. Yes, queen, slay. Yeah, girl, your confidence. Fuck diabetes. Fuck heart problems. Fuck heart disease. Cholesterol. Y'all claim womanhood and about sisterhood and support for your sister, you know, when it come to that ridiculous shit. But if you really gave a fuck, why wouldn't you go, black girl, we love you, we love your confidence, boo-boo, but this ain't it. This ain't it.
So again, you know, we get back to the, you know, not being able to get the message because of the tone of the messenger type of scenario with Aries Spears. You know, I think that, you know, the jokes in this particular political climate between black men and black women, fuck everybody else, right? But just between us, I think that black women feel enough real or imagined pain from the underrepresentation of black men in standing by them in whatever their particular struggle is, right? So I think that, you know, the smart thing for any black man to do is just shut the fuck up, right, about that issue. But we on a podcast and we're not talking to Lizzo, we're talking about her. And so what I would say is for a woman who I would find attractive, because shit, you know, I like who like me and shit, man. I fuck with a big girl before too, right? Didn't have no problem with it, right?
Not a
I
problem.
didn't have no problems about her look. I had a problem with her habits. You know what I'm saying? Like, homegirl, you got fat habits and shit, right? You sleeping in the bed with ice cream and fucking Lay's potato chips. The fuck are you doing, right? Like, that's in my spot. You know, what am I not doing here? You feel what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I know I was at the club or whatever, but, you know, I'm here now and shit. You have to fall asleep like that. You know what I'm saying? Or you just don't want to do nothing. You know what I'm saying? You know, let's go out and let's go for a walk. Let's go fucking do some active shit, right? And your shit is, nah, fuck that. Let's Netflix and chill or whatever the fuck, right? Nah, that's not it. You know what I'm saying? Because now I'm going to be concerned about, you know, what is later in life going to be looking for me, right? And again, just like Aries Spears was saying, I'm not in the best of shape, but I'm active as a motherfucker. And I'm older than most motherfuckers that I fuck with, right? Certainly older than damn near every woman that I've ever fucked with since I've been grown. You know what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is that, you know, a nigga is out here trying to stay alive, right? Not accepting the inevitability of death, right? So why is it that I can't, not even so much but to expect, but why can't I encourage the woman that I'm trying to build with to take better care of herself? Why does that have to be a hands-off conversation for men?
Because the thing is, because it becomes antagonizing from. I'm not trying to assume that, but it does become antagonizing because if you promote doing your thing, like you said, going out, staying healthy, but if she got some kind of stress or have a trauma bond with food, you know what I'm saying, and we there and we have a whole different recipe. We got healthier choices and stuff, and it's like, but why are you trying to force that in my life? I did just fine this way. You said to me, eat like this, but it's like, no, we got to change the narrative right here. You know what I'm saying? Because I want you around for the long time. I don't have to be sticking the diabetes needles in your stomach and stuff like that. Because if you know, even if we didn't take care of our body, you in my life now, and I want to have better choices. Even if you at the age where you having kids, you know what I'm saying? In that part, the household is going to change. And I like your take on this. Like, if I go to the club and you angry, it don't have to be all these stress eating foods to get over whatever your pain is. And that's the number one thing with men, you know, because, yeah, I love all women, big, small, skinny, tall. And that was a problem. It's like, well, why you not eating this? You don't like what I cook for you? Normally, I don't eat women's food. I eat my own food I cook. But, hey, I got something else. And it seems to be a discussion, or it comes to a point sometimes that it does come a discussion when, you know, that part is entered to the thing and they feel like it's attached to their feelings. Like you're not going to love them or you're going to go find a skinny chick or whatever. In my case, or people that I know had that conversation when they do have a stroke or things have to do with food or just gastro problems anyway. Hot Cheetos, all the rest of that stuff. So, but you can actually work it out if it's a level of getting to a point where it's a lot healthier choices that we can clean up our life a little bit. But it's a known fact. You know, it's an issue in our community and in the general public. Because it could be, look, I'm big because I got pregnant and I have a baby now. It's like, okay, well, the baby was eating in me. I didn't have that before it happened in me. And I was like, well, you had 145 pounds, now 150, we good. 175, I got to change the eating habit. Used to be, but not no more. But can we still have that conversation?
Yeah, Frank.
But
what you
Lizzo
think?
like 3+, nigga. Lizzo like 3+. That's crazy. Not to mention, I gotta say, I love everybody. I love them.
Not to stay on Lizzo, but the question is it okay, or what is the proper protocol for, number one, is it okay to be concerned about a woman's health? Is it okay for a man to be concerned about a woman's unhealthy habits? And number two, when it comes down to something that can be translated into, what we would consider to be body shaming, how do you go about, what is the protocol to go about expressing that kind of concern without it seeming like you're calling her a fat bitch?
So if you met her when she was big, then you gotta kind of like, it's a different situation. You gotta kind of like come at it from a way of health, and if at all possible, if you are able physically, urge her to work out with her, blocka, so on and so forth. If you met her when she was smaller and she got bigger for whatever reasons, then you can kind of draw back to a different time, like you can, because she can see it. So I think it's easier for her to take it, right? At least after the initial hit of you being like, baby, you're getting too big or whatever. So I think it's different ways in that fact. And if you go say anything and she's with you, then you should help, especially if you're able, because nobody like to go through that type of shit alone in terms of, weight loss and shit like that. Like, that's why I believe shit like Slim Fast and all that shit worked out, because motherfuckers taught other motherfuckers going through it, and it wasn't just about the diet and or the exercise, So yeah, man, I believe it can be done. I believe it should be done, especially when it comes to our women and that critical, moment when it's getting bad. Speak that shit up, because if you don't, ain't no telling what might happen after that. Don't be afraid to talk about a motherfucking health, man. We need that shit. The motherfuckers need to start checking that shit in terms of all of our people getting to the doctor and all that type of shit, because shit, man, it's a form of care. You can take it how you need to, but at least it's being said, and it's from a place of care. So, you can be as gentle as you need to be, but you need to say that shit.
Just being a woman that, yes, the conversation can be had. I feel like as long as you coming from a place of, as long as you coming from a place of love and care, then yes, you can definitely have the conversation. Keep in mind that no matter how the conversation goes, in a woman's mind, it's not going like that. But we can receive it that you were giving it in love, and then we'll go from there. No matter what, it's gonna be an insult. But I'm not gonna tell you it's an insult. I know you coming from a place of love, but 9 times out of 10, usually when somebody else doing something about you, you done beat yourself up 10 times about it already. You notice it. Your clothes fitting different. You kind of know how it is. You looking at yourself. You your own worst critic. But usually it's about, you think you got time. You think, you keep saying I'm gonna go work out, or I'm gonna do this when I get off from work. But fucking shit in life happens. So sometimes you can't always, they say, if you get at least 30 minutes a part of your day, sometimes that might not happen, but there are other things that you can do to help you on that journey. I'm a big fan because I have problems with my leg and being on my leg a long time. And even when I was walking, I was pushing it too hard, and I was still trying to run out there, still trying to jog. So I was taking it too. I'm OCD about everything I do. I'm supposed to go out there and probably say I'm gonna probably work. I'm gonna do a mile. I'm gonna do 2 miles, and then I'm gonna do 5. I'm gonna fucking do 5. I'm gonna do 5 every day I go. So, usually, like you got people like me that's OCD about it. But usually, usually if you're coming from a place of love, then it's gonna be received from love. And like I said, in my mind, what you told me was I'm fucking fat and I need to lose some weight. But guess what? I'm gonna take that and I'm gonna work from that. And I know it's coming from a place of love because you ain't be like, the fuck wrong with you, bitch? You fucking getting big. It didn't come from a place like that. It came from, I know how, look, I got enough love in my heart to know that you were coming from a place of love. And especially, and guess what? And most times, like I'm a loner. I'll do stuff alone. Like people be like, I'm gonna come work out with you. I'm gonna come walking with you. But I would
I
do
don't
it
like
anyway.
that shit either.
Well, what I'm saying
That's
is
that cancer.
I would do it anyway, regardless if you was gonna be there. But if I saw like you was making an effort to be like say like, say we went somewhere and you saw me eat a side salad and it seemed like I like side salads, and I could be getting 5 pounds over the safe stage. Say if you bought me a grilled chicken Caesar salad home when you came home from work, I wouldn't look at you and be like that. I'd be like, okay, And if it was just like say like when we went to the store, say if we was a family that grocery shopped together, say if we went to the store and you was like, you was more like on the more, baked and grilled. You was like, babe, let's get some leg quarters, let's get some fish. We gonna bake it and we gonna grill it. We gonna try these recipes a different type of way. We gonna experiment it with it together. I could appreciate that somebody that's saying that, hey, I understand that because a lot of times when people label something as a lifestyle change, they say it, but they don't mean it. A lifestyle change means that, especially if we're together and we live in the same house or whatnot, that's okay. A lifestyle change is it's a lifestyle change. That just means that we're changing the dynamic of everything that we're bringing into the house. Like some people say it's a lifestyle change, but then they can't make a lifestyle change. They still got kids, they still got a husband, they still got however else is going. And by the time they do all of that and get everything together, well, the kids looking at you like, I don't want lettuce tonight. I want McDonald's. Or I'm just saying anything. Like I wanted a burger tonight. Say you trying to give up red meat. Sometimes you got to mentally prepare for how you're gonna do it by yourself, because sometimes the people around you are not always gonna be able to see your vision and be able to cater with you with it. So again, I know I rambled a little bit, but I feel like if it's coming from a place of love, and that's cool and all. Again, like I said, most women not gonna take it that way, but at the same time, we ain't finna cuss you out, we ain't finna shoot you because you did come from a place of love and you looking out, and I can appreciate you looking out. Now I'm about to go do some. I'm about to go out on the limb and fucking look like G.I. Jane in the next 2 months.
Hey, that'll get Chris Rock slapped. Don't be bringing up G.I. Jane.
Stupid.
That'll get people slapped. Hey, and second of all, when in the hell did kids start having choices? You eat what the hell is presented in front of you. All that what I wanted shit.
Well,
I'm eat this lettuce, goddammit.
When you make a drastic change like that and you got kids, you gotta
so
work your way to, you gotta work. You still gotta kind of, you still gotta make it fun, but you gotta kind of give them some healthy, kind of make it healthy along the way. Kids might not jump on it as quick as another adult who know what you got going on and who be like, I'm gonna do it. Kids like, I didn't want that, man. And I ain't saying they got to trust, but I'm saying that it might not be as appealing to them because they don't know what we're trying to do. They don't know what we're trying to get together. Most people are, most people these days, the way they're raising their kids, they are raising them with more healthier options. So in this day and age, it might not be so hard. Most families are already eating organic anyway. So it might not be as hard to make a trend as it would have been back in the days when your grandmother was making a fucking full meal at 12 o'clock each day, red beans and rice on Mondays, oxtails on Tuesdays. Like when you had all that shit that was fucking high cholesterol that was gonna kill you.
Hey, but it was, hold on though. Even though the vegetables was fried in bacon grease, it was still vegetables. Quit acting like that.
That fucking part. That part.
So I guess we can all kind of agree that when you're dealing with your partner and they've taken on weight during the relationship, that you have to be, a bit sensitive about addressing, that weight change, even if that weight change is drastic. How about, just people who are not your partners?
Hold on,
People
before
in
you
public.
finish that, I got one quick question. Who got the ice cream man in the background?
Hey, I'm at the park.
That's
Don't
you?
be
Okay, I just
ice
need to
cream
know.
man
I just need
doing
to
his
know.
thing.
I just
That's
need
why I
to
be
know.
trying to mute as much as possible.
No, you're fine. I see he at that stage to where that tune is on repeat. Hard.
It is.
Sorry.
So we agree that you have to be half-ass sensitive about your partner and taking on weight or taking on anything that's bad habits and likely to kill your ass, drugs, anything, right? But what about people who are not in a relationship with you, right? And not your friends, like co-workers, people in the public sector, fucking social media, that kind of thing. Is it cool for a man to comment on a woman's dangerous habits?
No.
I'm about to say at that. Hey, hold on. I'm about to say at that point it ain't nobody's business, man. Let them do what they do. Unless you're a friend of yours or some shit like that. Like you got interest in whatever the fuck she doing. If you trying to cast her for somewhere, man, nah, that ain't none of your business. I mean, you gotta care for everybody, but you can't really just get off on nobody. Yeah.
Because I've seen people try to, because I've seen where that went wrong.
Right.
I've seen to where it was like somebody who did not know you, and they was just like, if somebody else, like, it might have been this big post, it might have had like 2,000 comments on it, and then you was like, girl, don't worry about them, girl, you look good anyway. I done seen some shit like that, and she was just like, did I fucking ask you? I know I've seen that
You
shit
see what
go
I'm
wrong.
saying?
I think it go wrong for a female commenting on it. So I know for a man it would be like, so I'd probably just say, not unless you really ask. But to me, hold on, I'm gonna say this at the same time. In any form of social media, if you're gonna put it out there, then you're opening yourself up to it. Unless you got a fucking private page and you made that comment private, then you put it out there like that. And you take the good and the fucking bad.
Okay, so then how does Aries Spears take all this heat for commenting on Lizzo?
Because he's in the entertainment industry. Could get canceled.
No, I'm talking about based upon what Shell was just saying.
Well, I will say this. He came out with the worst before he came out with the "but I care" or "should we care about this." That was a little different. He didn't set it up like that, and one might not have known he felt like that until you played the rest of the clip. So he certainly didn't set it up like that.
What,
so
that
if
he cares about?
Anybody that listened to the whole clip, no, okay, I'm gonna just keep it real. Even him coming back and saying that, do we care about diabetes? Do we care about sugar and stuff like that? I'm still saying no, because he didn't have to make the comment. He said her body looked like shit. And I'm kind of going with that, because I feel like let me tell you one thing. You know why? Because I don't hear anything after that. And that's how I feel in life. If you come at me the wrong way, it's not what you say, it's how you say it. I don't hear shit you say after that. So when he kind of came out with like, this her body like shit, and then came back with, but she got a pretty face, when he kind of felt like, okay, that could have been a bit much. And then we went to the whole diabetes.
He was trying to call her ugly.
I kind of feel like, no, he don't get to come back and say that now, because he didn't. Do we have free speech so we can say anything? Yes. Was that an appropriate comment that he made? No.
Yes.
I totally get it. Check this.
Good. Yo, what up? It's your boy Aries Spears. I had to put the Yankee on for this one. Listen, I know I'm trending right now because of the Lizzo joke. And I just want to say, man, a lot of you women are funny, but with the critiques. I ain't funny, I'm fat, unattractive, no woman wants me. They always try to hurt you with what works for you the most. That's what they try to hurt. That's like you break up and you go, that's why you got a little wee-wee and you can't screw. But you've been with him for years. I'm 32 years in this game and I ain't funny. I'm 32 years in this game and I ain't never got no meow. That's hilarious. Y'all don't deal in logic and sense. You deal in emotion and anger. Come with something that's not subjective. Me being unfunny, unattractive, that's not a fact. That's subjective. Stop leading with emotion and anger and come with facts. You heard me? DM me for the link to the Spears and Steinberg podcast. And if there's any women out there that want to give me some meow for some of this, holla at me.
So I guess we can effectively say that his feelings was a bit hurt, right?
Yeah, it sounded like he put it out there, but he couldn't take the heat after he did it. That's exactly what it sounded like to me.
Okay, so my question, right, is this, right? If I'm the person who is making a moral judgment, right, on what he did, right, and I'm saying, okay, look, nigga, that body shaming shit is some fuck shit, right? That is my sentiment. Like, nigga, you shouldn't have said no shit like that. But instead of saying that, what I say is, you got a lot of nerve, you fat motherfucker, you fat unfunny motherfucker. How am I any fucking different than what I'm criticizing him for doing?
Two wrongs don't make it right. I just said it
exactly.
Like,
so my question,
yeah, it sounds like he just didn't take it. So, yeah.
Well, again, he couldn't, right?
Right.
But the same way that, okay, so he was one motherfucker who said one foul thing about Lizzo, right? And in turn, what we got is thousands of motherfuckers saying thousands of fucked up things about him. Which was worse?
Right.
Both of them.
No. I get it. Yeah.
Because that we have in society have trying to rationalize with what we used to call shooting the dozens, right? Because it never was. You just stayed away from your mama jokes and whatever, right?
Which they call roasting nowadays.
Yeah. So now it became extra sensitive because a thing that used to be entertainment with us amongst us is in the super eye of public opinion, right? So you could chop it up both ways because he might have got triggered by all these people saying the thing, which he did because he just addressed it. You know what I'm saying? And so it's like now it's the part where do we go from here? Do we allow ourselves still to be entertained by shit and we laugh it off? Because if it's not affecting your bottom line, who really gives a fuck?
Look, I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say two wrongs don't make it right, and the reason I'm saying it because sometimes people think they're doing stuff. They think that when they jump on the bandwagon, it's society's way of feeling like they're taking up for you. And that's not always, and it's not always, sometimes you end up doing more harm than good. I'ma say this. And people that's watching it, if we got anybody watching, don't hate me, because I know my niece always jumping on me about it too, but I'ma say this. It's been a couple of times that somebody had said something or insinuated something in reference to Beyonce. And the Beehive is so fucking lethal, they roast the people to no end on their own account. And sometimes some of those issues, I needed Beyonce to say, Beehive, chill. It wasn't a big deal. We good in the hood over here. That shit ain't affect me like that. Because I've seen people be like, I had to close my whole fucking account. You know, it's like shit be that bad. Like people be trying to get your address. You know, they want to front you on some Beyonce shit, on some shit somebody. So sometimes, like, I can't forget what happened one time, but I felt it was so bad. I was just like, I don't say this on our issues, but I felt Beyonce should have came out to her fans and was like, hey, I don't condone this. This is not what I want you to do in the name of me. So no, I don't think that two wrongs definitely don't make it right.
Okay, so first of all, when we get 1 billion piranhas, I want y'all to protect us like that. That's for damn sure. We let nobody come for us. Fuck all that. protect us at all times.
Right.
A and B. Shit. So again, it's the emotion of it all.
And I'm gonna
It's an
say this:
opinion,
most
man.
women,
Like it
and
should.
most, and if that's mostly women that's posting on his post, then that strictly come out of emotion because women come from an emotional place. Ain't no part. It ain't no big rational that was going on. Again, they feel like they taking up for Lizzo
Yeah,
and
but
not
that's just it though.
realizing
Like,
that when they guy made a 2-second comment, but now he got a life worth of fucking hate mail. That
oh,
don't
you can take
that ain't help the situation either.
you can
Then he
take up
feel like
for her all you need to in encouragement. Lift her
right.
spirits up.
You know,
You don't have to spit venom.
like it could have been like, hey,
You know,
dude, hey, I heard what you said, and I also heard what, like I said, I also heard what you said after that, but because of that comment, I
it
didn't
could
even
have
hear
been
what
a
you said
simple
after that.
dude that wasn't
It wasn't
cool.
what you said, it's how you say it
Man.
and stuff like that. Yeah.
Well,
It's
here's how I look at it to give a extreme analogy, right? So, say we know that somebody killed somebody, right? Fucking killed a kid, whatever the fuck, right? So we outraged, right, as a society, right? This motherfucking we talk about it, right? This motherfucker needs the death penalty, right?
Mhm.
But not one of us, right, are gonna go take the pistol and go find this motherfucker and put 2 in his motherfucking cabbage, right? Not because we are not passionate about the particular issue, right, or that he killed the kids or whatever, but because number one, we're afraid of the repercussions, and number 2, you ain't gonna kill a motherfucker because you ain't a killer.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Much
Cool.
shit as you talk, you just not that, right?
Right.
Okay, so here now, let's take the same principles and apply it to this, right? So as a Lizzo fan, right, what I'm saying is, okay, this motherfucker is body shaming Lizzo, and he shouldn't do that, and I'm outraged by it, right? And so if I'm really outraged, then the last thing that I would want to do is body shame this motherfucker, because I'm not a body shamer.
Right.
I'm outraged by the idea of a motherfucker body shaming anybody, right? Yeah, I might
Period.
talk that shit like under my breath, like, motherfucker, how can you fucking criticize her when you ain't all that good looking or whatever and shit, right? But to just go on the attack, right, shouldn't be what I'm inspired to do if I'm really, really feeling like what this nigga did was incorrect, was morally
I'm not
wrong.
gonna turn around and
The
do more
only
wrong.
reason, the only reason why motherfuckers would dare to just go head on and act on the emotion, right, that you feel, is because there ain't no motherfucking consequences, right? And being a criticizer is not a bad thing. Being a motherfucker that body shames the body shamer, you're not really body shaming. You really just criticizing the body shamer. But no, you body shaming because if it was a pistol, his ass would be dead. You wouldn't be shooting at him, you'd be shooting in him.
Right. Right.
That's why I say it could have been as simple as, dude, that's not cool. Hey, left that shit alone. You know what I'm saying? But motherfuckers go be so quick with emotional fuel, and a lot of the people just looking for something to cling on to or to advocate for it don't really know how to advocate. Like, all you want to do is be mad. You know what I'm saying? All you want to do is spit venom, right? Like, and that's crazy. But at the same time, I can understand that because, like Mac was saying, man, there's no consequences until a motherfucker pull up on you. You know what I'm saying? But 9 times out of 10, ain't nobody go exert that energy because that's your opinion. Right. You know what I'm saying? A lot of the time, motherfuckers just read right past that shit. Scroll right past that shit. You know what I'm saying? Only for people who ain't got shit else to do. You know what I'm saying? Or feel some type of way within themselves. Do they jump on there with all the venom and be like, blah, 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 blah. Because I be feeling the way about a whole bunch of subjects. But shit, I don't jump on nobody's shit with all the bullshit. I just let everybody else do that shit.
Well, here, I got a reverse.
Myself.
I got a reverse example, right? So again, we'll say that body shaming as a concept is wrong, morally wrong, right? And we'll also say that The reason why we think that it's wrong is because, you know, niggas be shaming chicks and shit, right? Niggas be shaming BBWs and shit, right? You know what I'm saying? And women do too, low key, right? But here's the thing, right? We got fucking big bodied men as well, right? That are in the popular culture. And one of two things to me always happens. Sometimes both things, right? One is if the nigga is out of shape, right, and lazy out of shape, then shit, you know, we don't have no compunctions about making jokes about that. This fat motherfucker here, damn, this motherfucker, look at this motherfucker's big ass hands.
Job of the Hut built ass nigga.
Right. Motherfuckers.
It goes down.
This motherfucker's one sandwich away from a motherfucking heart attack.
Right.
You know, this, that, and the third.
The dozens, right? Baby.
How many licks of a lollipop will it take
or
shit to freeze up?
Or if the nigga is significant enough, you kind of just look
shit
past it. Not even look past it. What you do is you normalize this nigga's fucked up behavior, right? So he becomes, you know, oh, the teddy bear is big nigga season, that kind of shit, right? Big niggas spoil you. And so niggas like Rick Ross, niggas like Fat Joe, Big Pun, big niggas become very desirable. You don't even look at the niggas being big. When a motherfucker say, girl, how you fuck with how this big ass nigga lay on top of you? You be like, girl, big niggas is in season, shit.
Right?
They like putting the belly on the back. You know what I'm saying? That's the only way that shit go work. You got to put that belly on that back. You know what I'm saying?
But we can't even say that.
Lift it up and throw it on her back.
But then a nigga like Teddy Ray,
warm.
A nigga like Teddy Ray who dies in the swimming pool from a fucking heart attack and shit,
from
right?
drowning, epilepsy.
You know what I'm saying? Before we could even find out what the cause of death was, motherfuckers is already talking about this nigga's cholesterol.
And they was talking about how sweet and how funny and how cute he was and all that extra shit. That man was in poor health, and that shit ain't cool. Hella funny ass dude too. But I mean, everybody got their time. Rest in peace, Teddy Ray, for sure. Funny as shit too. But yeah, either way it go, bro, health is important. Like for real,
but,
do some type
but
of
just
moving,
like,
man, move around.
But just like Matt said, so the mentality is a little different when it comes. Because what if a woman came to a man and said, "Hey, you know, you got to curb your eating habit. You know what I'm saying? It's there for you to be healthy." So is she faced with the same ridicule that a man would get from a woman?
A nigga probably do it just for the sake of wanting to look good for his woman. You know what I'm saying?
Like
a nigga do that shit.
This nigga academic says something. The shit was funny as fuck, right? But
no more red
I'm
lobster.
realizing right now in this moment how true it is. What he said was, you know, it's not uncommon, you know what I'm saying, for a woman to get attacked for her fucking, you know, her weight, her, you know, just get body shamed or whatever, and that shit to be a traumatizing experience. And you know, you can go on and, you know, talk about how fucked up it is. The social media is, you know, fucking with you, and you get hella fucking sympathy and shit, right? But let a nigga act said, shit, you should see my fucking DMs, right? Motherfuckers is steadily calling me a fat ass motherfucking lazy nigga. You half ass fit in the couch, nigga. You need to hit the gym, nigga. Stop buying cars and buy a bike. And it's like, just imagine if I came on social media and was like, look, man, you guys gotta stop bullying me, you body shaming me, and some more motherfuckers will be on tear your ass up on social media, like. Yeah, right, fat ass nigga, get your fat ass in the gym and stop fucking whining.
Together,
what the fuck is wrong with you? Get your shit together, nigga, for real. And the nigga is absolutely right.
Right.
So the thing is, right, because I got to be the devil's advocate, because when I first got sick, I dropped down to I came from 275. It dropped down to 185 pounds. I was like, well, no, I'm a wide body dude, big body S500 bench, right? I moved the crowd. But then I started looking at people, it's like, damn, you got extra skinny, all thin. You know, what kind of drugs you on? You know what I'm saying? You that sick and you lost all that weight. And I was like, well, damn, I need to pick it up. Then the doctors was like, you got to pick up weight. But I was perplexed by that. Like, I need to pick up weight. I got to get 205. I got to get this. You know what I'm saying? But once I start getting the steroid shots, I boosted back up in 3 months to 255 pounds. Now, am I comfortable with it? But then it's like, man, you need to back up from the table. You know what I'm saying? What you been eating? And knowing I can't eat nothing like that. So it was, when I was younger, it was always afraid of being the small dude. I float around about 250. What's the heavy you saw me, Matt? About like 2 something? About 250?
Nigga, I didn't know what you weighed, nigga. You just was you.
You was big, nigga. You was just big, nigga.
Yeah, but the thing is, you slimmed out. They're like, what's going on, Slim? What's going on? They ain't feeding you enough? You know what I'm saying? And it's like, that was what always was complex about the whole shit. So, like I said, people will turn into bully tactics on how they want to come at you to fit in their narrative or whatever. And I see it going on just like what you said, because what's your boy name you just mentioned? He was like, that's the part, because it's like, oh, now you can't eat at Ruth's Chris. Big niggas will always buy you dinner. You don't have to worry about him not paying for food. You know what I'm saying? You gonna eat good and sleep good.
Nah,
You know
I mean,
what I'm saying? You
motherfuckers
never
can
gonna
go
stop.
out and ask for smaller portions and all. Like, you don't have to sacrifice none of that. You just got to be conscious of it and be conscious of movement. Move with intent. Can't just be, slouch around, man. When you get up and go. Even if you walking down the street or to check your mail or any of that shit, you got to move with intent.
I mean, you just gotta be
You know what I'm
more.
saying?
You gotta just be more conscious of,
Right.
just be conscious of what you, what you're eating, and just small
Yeah, but
and stuff
I like
that.
how
Or your
health is
water
attitude and
drinker and
everything.
stuff like that, and But again,
it
I
comes to that
mean,
point.
there's nothing that you can do to safeguard anyone's feelings. You hope that it might come across the wrong way, but hell, it might not come across the fucking wrong way. So what you gonna do then?
Not at all.
I didn't, like I say,
Motherfuckers gonna feel how they gonna feel, man.
I'm a person who fucking life revolves around taking everything the fucking wrong way. So that's what I'm saying. So
Clarify.
what you gonna do? It's gonna happen. I'm a Cancer. I take
Hilarious.
every fucking thing the wrong way. Y'all witness to that on the fucking chat.
Right.
So I'm just
That's
saying, I'm a person that
hilarious.
takes everything the fucking wrong way, so it's gonna fucking happen. I'm gonna get my feelings about it for a few fucking minutes, or maybe a day, and then I'm gonna be all right. So I'm saying, so sometimes, hey, I know sometimes I say shit, I've come off a little bit more harshly than I probably intended, and stuff like that. The same thing. Let me tell you one thing. My daddy and my brother are Leo, big Leo energy. I grew up crying my whole fucking life. To this day, my dad and my brother, when they say stuff, it normally comes across as brash and sometimes harsh. A lot of times it comes off as being, a little blunt and stuff like that. I've had to learn through the years, I know the things I have to take. I know the things I have to have thick skin about, but it doesn't mean that I'm not gonna come home and it's not gonna bother me. I'm gonna feel a certain kind of way about it. I'm gonna get on the phone. I'm gonna fucking call Keena, and I'm gonna go the fuck off.
See, you don't strike me as a crier. Like, you don't strike me as a crier.
Yeah, I
You
was
strike
pretty
me
big
as
then.
a cusser out or angry drunk. Like, you'll get drunk and just let it all go.
I was
Explode
crying
like a
last week
bomb.
at my job when
But
a man came up in there, couldn't find his fucking way along. I am the cancer. I will cry in a minute, but at the same time, usually it's behind
funny.
something and stuff like that. But at the same time, I grew up with people that maybe have to have thick skin. So, and I found my voice a little late in life. I was that, I did everything. Like when I was younger in my earlier days and stuff like that, I was the person that got taken advantage of. I had a car, I was driving people everywhere, wasn't asking for fucking gas money. And then, I'm just saying, and then it would get to a point that where I would just get really, really fucking pissed off about it. And even like that to this day, I'm still like that. I can hold things, I can take a lot. But usually, like when I start to feel like you trying to take advantage of me, when I start to feel like you using me, or if I start to feel like you trying to fucking diss me on a fucking split, then I'm not with none of that shit no more. I'll tell you.
Who is that?
That's me.
Mr. Nass.
God damn, bro, you were big.
Oh, he was just a little husky.
Nah, this was just last year. This year.
Yeah.
That nigga was huge. Unless you got 2 fucking pullovers on.
Yeah, he just got a
Look
big
at
ass
that nigga.
pullover on.
Oh, okay.
No,
No.
the other picture he was big though.
Even compared to this,
Nah, you can see that nigga chest and all that shit. He was big, bro.
Even in the face,
He was big.
you done lost
Right.
weight.
Right.
So
You
even
were
since
bigger.
that
Way
picture, you
bigger
look like
than
you
were
lost
now.
weight.
Way
I don't
bigger
know
than
if
you
was
are
in-
now.
I don't know if you was trying to, but you look smaller.
No, because that's the thing. When I got sick, I had dropped all that weight out to 185
God
pounds.
bless you. One more time.
Thank you.
In a month, I had dropped that. You know what I'm saying? So, and that was the part where I seen people that's like, oh man, like, what's going on with you? Like sick. You know what I'm saying? So,
I mean, but guess
Yeah,
what? Sometimes
that
a
nigga
motherfucker
ain't-
just sick.
That nigga ain't
that's
nothing
what
as
it
big
is.
as like he was.
yeah, go to the
No.
first picture.
But hold on. But what if that's the fucking answer? Bitch, I'm just fucking sick. You know, people like, you look like you sick. Well, it ain't like it's not really an answer, bitch. I'm sick. I am
So that was the,
you know,
but that was the battle.
sometimes you are sick.
So that was the battle when it becomes. I wouldn't take it as a bullying tactic, but it's like something going on in your life where you drop that much weight dramatic. So when it comes to that part, normally it's people that had to go through an episode with something. Either you had a stroke, heart attack. Now you forced to exercise when you could have been doing it the whole time. See what I'm saying?
We know who our YouTube watch is?
Nah, Lynn, I don't know, but I
Yeah,
flashed
thought
that
y'all
joint
knew.
though.
Okay.
Think you do? She a Cancer though. Cancer in the
Next.
building.
See
What happened?
Yeah.
Shout out to
Cassie's
our
in the
YouTube watchers.
building.
Thanks for giving us that sub.
Yes,
Yeah.
baby.
So like now how
Oh.
do we combat so we know that this is a sensitive subject on the way out? How do we change our mentality about how we address people, especially in the public eye, on this weight thing? Because Monique lost weight, she's cute. Lizzo's cute, but
She
it's
was
like,
cute when she was big to me.
you know what
I'm
I'm
just
saying?
happy she lost the weight. Monique was beautiful to me.
Yeah.
Even
you
when
know
she
what
was
I'm saying?
big Monique. She was always I've always liked them eyes, man.
I mean, you know what?
I
A lot of
ain't
people
gonna lie,
do
man.
stuff. A lot of
You
people
ain't
do
gonna
stuff
lie,
behind
man.
the scenes, and they
That's some
don't
pretty ass eyes to me.
necessarily broadcast that they're losing weight or they're dieting. A lot of people do stuff behind the scenes, and you just start to see the small drastic changes. Like Amber Riley, she lost a lot of weight. I never seen her one time promote that she was on a diet, she was losing weight. Most women would just do stuff behind it, unless you're like endorsed the product. I'm trying to say, I'm more or less talking into people that we're going to be seeing like on social media, so like that. I'm not saying just, but no, for everyday people too. When I,
If I'm
usually
not
when
mistaken, I think Lizzo has been on some kind of healthy eating type
when
of
we
scenario.
first started talking about it,
publicly.
I said I believe she's doing the health thing. When we first started talking, I said that before we all went haywire. But yeah,
I seriously hope so. I mean,
Right.
it's
Okay.
beautiful to be big.
Final
just,
question.
You know,
Final question. And here, I
Do it.
got to set it up two ways. So we all know that it's politically correct, right, to say that, hey, shit, everybody's attractive to somebody, big girls too, right? It's not, in your
fucks with
physical, it's in your spirit,
everybody
and
for
all that
somebody.
kind of shit, right?
I fucks
All
with them
that
a long way.
political shit, right? What we also know to be true is that everybody got a type, right? Like everybody likes a particular thing, right? Is it okay to not like a particular thing, to have a particular preference not?
Yeah,
Like I don't fuck with
Yeah.
big chicks.
yeah,
Right.
that's your problem.
Right. Yeah. Like I don't fuck with hella skinny chicks. I just
So
don't like
if-
real thin women.
Okay, so when you said that, I didn't find no offense in it, right? Now, skinny
Right.
chick may, right?
Right.
But say those same words and replace skinny chick with fat chick.
If I didn't like them, I would. But
What I'm saying is that when when you say that, right, out loud, it has an entirely different effect. Right?
Oh,
it's
yeah.
kind of like the same effect that Monique has on telling skinny bitch jokes. Skinny bitches is evil, whoop. But a skinny chick coming on stage trying to tell fat chick jokes, you know, you better one and done and keep it pushing, right? You can't make no whole motherfucking special out of fat bitches is evil, right?
Right.
We need to fucking eat them
And that's
all up.
crazy.
Type of bullshit,
I just
right?
think that, you know, we just.
So
you
what's the
know,
part two of your question?
sometimes, you know, you just gotta
That was the part two.
be a little.
Okay.
I don't know.
That
I
is
mean,
politically correct.
if you put it out there, then you
But
just
that
be
we also
ready
know we
for
have
what
preferences.
to come after it, you know, because everybody is not gonna be conscious of what they say. They're not gonna sugarcoat their life around you or something like that.
Right.
But I will say this: if you say something, and be able to stand on it.
Bam.
And the reason
That's
I'm
what-
saying
I
this is
mean-
that because I gave a dude hell. I was messing with a guy one time, and we were kind of like off and on, and he made the mistake and said something about he liked the light skinned chick. But
What?
but this was somebody who was still actively kind of messing with me. I made that motherfucker say he liked the chocolate chicks every time he was in my presence. And I made him, even if he fucking called me, I made him say something to the fact that, you know, I gave him fucking hell, and I know I did too, because I really, you know, what I'm saying is, if you're gonna say something, just be ready for people's reaction, because you never know how people are gonna react to it. And I did. I was just like, oh, this what we doing. This what we saying. Every fucking time he called me, I made him say something. I made him say something about a chocolate chick that he fucking loved. I did. I did. I did. And I did. I ain't gonna lie. And it felt good too. Cause he
Man.
was a bitch.
He know
He
better
was
now.
a bitch for that comment. I did. I gave him hell. I fucking did. But that's just the cancer in me.
Hey.
Well, the reason I asked the question, right, and this kind of came to me. I think that what Lizzo does and why she is consistently in the news is, you know, she's trying to normalize, you know, her body image,
Right.
right? Like, look, you know, I'm big, but I'm beautiful too. Get to love this big, you know what I'm saying? Find this big, sexy, you know what I'm saying? All, you know, whatever this is or whatever it looks like, you know what I'm saying? Let me describe what it is to you, and then you accept that that's what it is and grow to love that. Let's change the narrative of what, you know, people are looking for in a relationship. And I guess that's cool, except that it kind of punishes the guys who don't choose that as a preference. Here, let me say it a different way and make it kind of a little more palatable. So trans women, right? First of all, they kind of don't want to be referred to as trans because it distinguishes them from whatever you guys call yourselves, Shell. Your kind of woman, right? And so the whole thing is to normalize, you know, women who have transitioned, you know, into womanhood, right? Normalize it to the point of, you know, nigga, you should not be able to tell the difference, and what difference should it make anyway, right? Type of shit, right? That is kind of what the push is, right? To normalize trans women and make them indistinguishable from cisgendered women, right? Okay, but I like the cisgender women. That's the kind that I fuck with, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to have to determine this, that, or the third, or fucking make it okay that I get to know you and you're a beautiful fucking person on the inside, and then we find out you got a whole fucking dick. I don't want to go through that, right?
No.
It's just not what I'm on, right? And it should be okay for me to be on that. Like, you do you.
Right.
Stop trying to fucking turn fucking straight men out, all that shit. Like, fuck with the ones that want to fuck with you. It's enough niggas that like that kind of shit, right? Stay kink, whatever the fuck, right? It's just they lifestyle, right? Like, we done seen a whole bunch of rapper niggas get caught up fucking having sex with transsexual women, So, the shit is becoming more normalized. But for those of us that don't want to be, part of that fucking party, let us be cool, man. Let us still have a fucking choice. All right. That don't sound like such an outrageous fucking ask, right?
Mhm.
Why is it such an outrageous ask for a nigga to say, okay, well, I don't like big chicks. Not me, but just any nigga. I don't like big chicks. And you big chicks need to stop normalizing niggas liking big chicks. Like, stick with the niggas that like big chicks. There's enough
Right.
niggas out there that like big chicks. It
Right.
really is, right?
Right.
Why do you got to keep fucking stuffing down the throat of the motherfuckers that don't find you attractive? How attractive they need to find you? It's just a question.
Yeah, I know, and I don't think that it is a big ass.
Well, okay,
It's
I'm
a fair one, and
I'ma
that's
say
why
this.
it's so crazy.
It's not even about body shaming. I'm a woman, and I feel like I feel like Lizzo be a lot. Because I'm gonna just bring it back to her because she does do a lot. Because I said that she's not a non she's like a not a non-confident woman, But even like like hey, okay, we're gonna put on a bikini, we're gonna do this, we're gonna have a good time, Okay, I ain't mad about that. I like Ashley Graham. She's a full figure model. I love her too and stuff like that. Now, you know when you but on your live when you in your living room with a G-string pearl, that's a lot. You know what I'm saying? That's different than just okay. I got on some Daisy Dukes. I got on some cute little even I got some cute little lingerie. Sometimes sometimes her lives have been she literally has been half naked. So it be a lot in different ways that it's a lot. Not it's a ain't none of it be it's because she big. It's to me, you doing it in spite of, and you gonna blame it if somebody have a problem, or you gonna blame it on you being big. No, it's just a lot because it's just a fucking lot. It's just
I
a
think
lot.
that's what somebody was trying to
You
say
know,
about the Lakers game thing.
like if Madison was out there on YouTube doing a lot, bitch, you doing a lot. Don't do a lot. Like and I'm not saying I ain't trying to tell nobody how to act, but I'm saying that a lot is a lot and stuff like that. My problem with Lizzo, I don't mind that she want people to feel comfortable in their skin. I'm good for that 100%. But again, I sometimes she's walked a line to where it was like this shit like it's past PG-13, it's past rated R, and you on platforms like TikTok. But to me, you not advertising. You're not only making it comfortable because you say you want to make comfortable for a more of a full figure woman to feel comfortable in her own skin. I want her to feel comfortable in Victoria's Secrets and adore me too. But you do it in such a way so when you have nothing on, then to me you just telling everybody that hey, well you could dress skimpy and naked and that's fine because
And you can.
you passed the point to where you wanted to prove your point. Now it's just like, but let's get to the fact that you have nothing on. So now you got all these young girls listening to your music, and now you on there. You not on there. You're not only on there shaking your ass, but you're shaking your ass naked. So guess what? Now you got females of all sizes, of all ways of life, who think that that's cool. So a lot of times it is, a lot of times when people being judgy, they're not being judgy for the things that you think they're being judgy about.
So here's my thing, man. It's your thing. Do what you want to do. If you want to be out there, big and all that, in G streets and shaking your shit in front of the camera, you can't be taking offense when a motherfucker shoot jabs at you. And for all those who are fans of those who do it, then you can't take offense when motherfuckers take jabs at her. Because everybody has their opinion, man. Ain't nobody saying Lizzo got to stop doing Lizzo.
If I had issues about body imaging, the last thing I would do is want to put myself out on a platform to where I'm being scrutinized for anything. And that's just a person that if I had any kind of confidence problems, then that would not be the thing that I'd be doing. this not about being confident or feeling confident in what you're doing. Again, sometimes it's just like sometimes a spade is a spade.
So
But
would
see,
you
yeah,
say it's
go ahead, bro.
would you say she's trying to force feed us to accept that? You know what I'm saying? All the masses, like I'm
No,
a
I'm
force
just
feed it to
saying
y'all
that
enough
everything
to
that
say,
she like I'm just saying that a lot of times the stuff that people say it's not really in reference to just a weight per se. You know,
Right.
okay.
I
sometimes
mean,
it be about other things too, and that's
So
just
it's
what
her brand.
that yeah, that definitely
It's her brand.
yeah, because that's definitely her brand. Yeah,
Okay.
right.
Mhm.
she gonna
My
take her
only issue
ass,
is
she gonna twerk, and she probably gonna be doing it in less clothes as possible.
my
Yeah, you're
only
right. You're
issue
right.
is
You had the perfect word. That's her brand. But
my only
sometimes
issue
you
is
have to take a look at your brand.
right. My
That's
only
all.
issue is uh while you promoting that brand the way you promoting it, um, take care of yourself. Like,
Yeah,
cause you
you know.
post them cholesterol ratings and let the people yell at you about that if that's what you need. Like, fucking stay healthy. If you out there just doing it to be doing it because that's your brand and that ain't gonna lead to nothing but disaster. That shit can't be healthy. You know what I'm saying? But above and beyond that, this nigga Mike Epps, man, I ain't even know that nigga wore that nigga going out for a Marvel movie or something. Oh, superhero ass, save a whole ass nigga. It's fucking ridiculous. And he's supposed to be a comic. Like, that's crazy. He should have minded his motherfucking business. That pissed me off. Like, really? Nigga, leave Aries Spears alone. Nigga, he got an opinion like you got an opinion. Nigga, you didn't even have to jump in that. Fucking. I just thought
Yeah, he
differently
had
of
his
that
cape
man.
on.
That's all. Yeah, I just thought differently of that man, man. I thought that nigga was, you know what I'm saying? That nigga threw his cape on real quick. Hella fast. Almost Superman like even. Bullshit.
Fucking
I tell
hilarious.
people all the time, go save the people that need to be saved because you see Lizzo she gave zero fucks at the MTV Music
She
Awards
winning.
going the fuck off. Now what I
Indeed.
would say about her is that get on a fucking level because she is a fucking excellent um flutist.
I was about to
What
say she can play the shit out
wait.
that flute.
Woo.
Look at
That's what I said.
that.
If
Right,
anything,
and her music is dope.
if
Ain't
anything,
nobody doubting her talent at all.
get on her
What up,
fucking
baby?
level. You know, right? She out here. She can play some instruments. Let me tell you one thing. Between
No, she's
Lizzo
dope.
and her, the only difference is right now is really gonna be body image. For real, for real. Both of
Right.
them are talented. Both of them
No,
can.
right. Nobody hating on the
Both of
talent.
them can play.
Lizzo's
You know,
dope as fuck.
they hella fine musicians. They
Let's get that out
they
the way.
are fluid in one and more instruments. You know,
She's dope as
a lot of
fuck.
Judy Bug.
it's just the
What's up,
branding.
baby
It's
bro?
just the branding.
Right, like, yeah,
But
Lizzo's dope as fuck. Don't ever get that twisted. She's dope as shit.
Okay,
Hey, Blue Girl.
Hey, you know what I'm
but
saying?
like I always say, big girls need love too, like the High C song.
And
Big
I
girl
love him.
needs
We
love
love him,
too.
man. But I mean, you know, when you pushing a certain image, especially the young black women, or just young women in general, especially for the future, you kind of want to steer yourself toward, especially when you got a platform like that. You gotta kind of want to help, not hinder.
But
You know what I'm
I like
saying?
how we got right back to the subject because there's a mental health crisis behind that too. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people, when they get body sham like that, and they can't accept it, even if they was like, okay, well, Lizzo is at this whatever part of her life on her brand, and I try to get there because she's getting all the attention now, and it happened to backfire on them because, like Max said, women are even vicious. In the scenarios that he gave us, one can't live without the other, one can't do it. It becomes a mental thing. It's like, okay, well, I need to fix this, especially if something happens. You know what I'm saying? Gastrointestinal disease, or you on stage, you wasn't keeping up with your health and fall out. And like you said, the reference when the guy was in the swimming pool. Now, is people gonna talk shit on it if something happened to her like that? Or that's the whole thing, you know?
Hopefully nothing like that happens to her. She'll be straight.
Right,
Yeah.
right. And big women are beautiful. Just to say that too. You know,
Oh
we're gonna
yeah.
get that out the way.
Oh yeah,
And
like I
young,
said,
Ironic.
I always say I like who like me. I got a type, but she don't hardly ever show up.
But be healthy,
You know
man.
what I'm
As
saying?
healthy as possible. You know what I'm saying? Be healthy, man. Be healthy. Thrive around this bitch.
BBWs can get this work too. Don't play
All day.
Shit.
All day.
Look, and
Yeah,
this was the
twice on
funniest shit,
Thursdays.
right? This was the funniest shit, right? Because, like I say, me
no
and Carrie,
problem.
we was going back and forth, and then my little Nixie Poo Po, she was like, "Hey, like father, like son." I was like, "What the fuck?"
I mean, you got to type, but I mean, you know, it's
Don't get it
bendable.
twisted.
It's flexible.
Yeah.
My
It's
type is
always
fluid.
flexible. I like
You know
you
what I'm
show
saying?
up.
Not genderly, but lookingly and sizingly. Never genderly fluid. Yeah,
Ever.
I'm iced out on that part. There's no fluidity there.
Fuck. All right. Well,
I gotta
we
watch what I
became-
say now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that was a pause-worthy moment.
Mhm.
It was 20 years.
That's why I had to
on
bring
together.
it back. I had to think about that one.
All right, we've come to hour and 15 of another great one. I want to thank everybody that joined us. Comment section, YouTube, Facebook, Twitch. Joined us on Twitch or Facebook. Jump over to the YouTube side of the game and give us a sub over there. Always helps out. Catch us on a replay on either of the platforms, either three of the platforms. Leave a comment and show up in real time. We always like that. What else? I'm not even gonna plug Clubhouse because we haven't been doing it, but we do have a Clubhouse.
Do it though. I don't see why
And,
not. Let's go.
Yeah, we're gonna promote that more.
We're gonna have to jump back on the Clubhouse.
Yeah.
Let's go. I'm with all of the shits.
Indeed. Catch more to discuss Wednesdays, 8:00. None Flyer and his daughter Tojo talking that shit. And catch us for shit, all the rest of the fucking content, man. Y'all know we got a whole bunch of shit up there. So in the meantime, in between time, y'all know what it is, what it has been, what it always will be. We are Piranha Pod Streamcast live at 5. And now we are